What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well, and we're on to another week of remote learning. We are going to start this week working on number 152, School Spirit, in your book. This is on page 29. This is one that I think I had mentioned in class a few times. This was going to be the opening number that we did for our concert, but obviously we're not going to be able to do that. But it's still a really, really good piece to learn to how to play, just because there's a lot of teaching tools that come with it. So I wanted us to still cover it. It's probably going to take 2 videos this week and next week for us to completely cover it. And I'm going to be kind of doing all instruments at once, except for percussion. I'm going to put up another video for you guys about the snare part. For brass and woodwinds, though, like some of you are playing the same part. For example, flute and trumpet, you guys are playing pretty much the exact same part. So when I'm playing through the trumpet part, I'm going to say, flutes, this is your part as well. So just trying to cover the same amount of ground. Okay? So I'm pretty sure we did actually at one point go over just the first 4 measures of the piece of music. But even if we did, or if we didn't, I'm still going to go over it now. Okay? So this piece is supposed to be very upbeat and fast, and it's a lot of fun. But we're going to do it at a little bit of a slower tempo first, okay? So the first group is actually the flute and trumpet, okay? You guys have a line that starts for trumpets at your high C, flutes at your high B flat, and we're just working our way down to our low C and our low B flat, okay? It's almost just like our concert B flat scale we did our playing test on. It's almost that exact same scale. They've added in 1 extra note, okay? For trumpets, they've added in a B flat for one note in addition to what we already had, and then for flute they've added an A flat. Okay, but that opening 4 measures is going to be. Okay, and we have that rest there at the end. That rest there is where the crash cymbal would crash. Bum 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 crash. Okay. Now, for clarinets and trombone, euphonium, and tuba, you guys are doing the opposite. So while flute and trumpet are coming down, starting out for a high and coming down, you guys are starting low and going up. Okay? So for clarinet, trombone, euphonium, and tuba, you guys are starting on your low for trombone and tuba, your low B flat. For euphonium and clarinet, your low C, okay? So you guys start at the bottom. Okay, and then again, you still rest on beat 2 there at the very end. Okay, then the last group we have is the alto sax and French horns, okay? Now, for you guys, you're kind of just staying kind of in there in that middle line. You don't jump around too much. You're just providing that extra note to give it that fuller sound. So you don't move around too much, but it's still an extremely important line, okay? So alto sax and horn, this is what you guys have. And then again, rest on 2 right there at the end, okay? Now, I'm only going to cover up until measure 21 just for today, and then next week we'll get from 21 to the end. The nice thing is, though, if you can do 1 to 20, you can pretty much do the rest of the piece. The end of the piece, there's a first ending, second ending, and so on and so forth, but we'll get to that, okay? So, let's go in the same order that I started with. For flute and trumpet, you guys, again, still have the same part here. You guys are having the melody. Okay, this is the main melody, and you guys carry the main melody for pretty much the majority of the piece. So I'm going to play through your part from 5 all the way up to 13. Okay, so again, we're starting a little bit lower and working our way up a little bit higher. Okay, so this is trumpet and flute at measure 5. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. Okay, that should have gotten you to 13. Now, clarinets And alto sax and horns, you guys probably are noticing that your rhythm is very, very similar to what they just played. Okay, you guys are providing a harmony line. Now, where clarinets, you guys also have those two half notes that are held together. For French horn and alto sax, you guys have some more moving notes, but it is more or less the exact same rhythm. Okay, if I continued playing for flute and clarinet from 13 up to 20. Again, it's a lot of the same stuff that you just did from 5 to 13. So this is going on. Trumpets and clarinets at 13. Trumpets and flutes at 13. Rest. Those rests are extremely important because other people are going to be playing there. Now, we do have that one accidental at 13, but then it goes back to normal in measure 15. Okay? So that's what we've got for flute, trumpet, from 5 to 21. Okay? Now, for clarinet, like I said, you guys have your own part here, so you're not playing with anybody else. So for clarinets, you guys are playing almost the same rhythm, but it's a harmony line. Okay? Kind of like when we were doing our duets, our A and B, you guys are kind of doing the B part. Okay? So here we go. Clarinets at 5, 6, 7, and... Okay, that should have gotten you to 13. Then at 13, again, we're still doing a harmony line. Here we go. 13, 6, 7, and... Okay? Again, almost the exact same rhythm, just the harmony line. Now, for alto sax and horn, you guys have a similar part, but again, it's another harmony line. It doesn't move around quite as much, and your rhythm is a little bit different at measures 11 and 12, where everybody else has been holding out notes. You guys have some more moving parts, okay? So this is horn and alto saxes at 5 to 13, 6, 7, and... Okay, that gets us to 13. Then at 13, again, we're still doing the same kind of rhythm that everybody else has been doing so far. We're just playing a different harmony line. Okay, here we go, moving on. Notice that the last note that you played, in measure 11, it had an accidental on it, and it's back to normal here at 13. Okay, that's what that little parentheses is trying to tell you, is that this is actually what's in your key signature. Okay, here this is a 13, 6, 7, and... Okay, I kind of screwed up there a little bit at the end. Let's try that one more time from 13 to 21. Now, what you guys play at 20, where you slur the 2 eighth notes followed by tonguing the 2 eighth notes, there's not many people playing that part, and so it really needs to be brought out. That's kind of like what's bringing us back around. Okay, we just played the melody, and then ba-da-ba-ba. It brings us back to start the melody again at 21. Okay, so let's try that again at 13, horn and alto sax, 6, 7, and... Okay, those 4 eighth notes, really, really important. All right, and then last but certainly not least is our euphonium, tuba, and tenor sax as well is also going to be playing this part, and bass clarinets at 5. Now, you guys are doing the bass line. Now, the bass line, it looks fairly simple, but it does jump around a little bit, and it's a really, really important component because the bass line and usually the snare drum is what's like the driving force to keep us moving forward. Okay? So just from 5 to 13 of trombone, euphonium, tuba, and tenor sax, bass clarinet. Okay? Lots of jumping around. What I want you to do, though, is I want you to put like a little bit of space in between these notes. Okay? I don't want to hear da, 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 okay, because that's just a little bit boring. This is a march. It's supposed to be exciting, school spirit. So, bum, 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 have a little bit of space between it, okay? Here we go. Okay, that gets us to 13. Now, when we did have those eighth notes at measure 8, the bum 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 bum, very very important because again, that's keeping our momentum going, and it also kind of almost serves as our metronome because it's just the eighth note pulse for us. Dun 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 dun. Okay, that's what keeps us in line. So at 13, again, it's more of the same, but no, at measure 20, those 4 eighth notes you have, that's what the French horns have, and that's what the alto saxes have as well. And again, it's that part that it's bringing it back around so that we can start the melody again at 21. Okay, so this is 13 to 21. Here we go. 6, 7, and. Okay, those eighth notes, super, 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 super important. Okay, the eighth notes is the connecting part into 21. All right, now that's just a good beginning to this piece. Again, you can see that there is more music from 21 to the end. It is similar. It is not the exact same, but it's very similar to what we've already done. And we're going to cover the next section when we get into it next week. And you know what? My goal is that if we are not able to do anything digitally, that we come back at the beginning of next year. And during the first week, we're able to pull this out and we're going to be able to play it because we technically have all learned our parts at home, but we've never brought it all together. Okay? Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to help you, and I hope to see you soon. Love you, miss you.